Just a quick check-in. Need my guy Line the Don to tap in, man. Oh, we got a like, but not a viewer, man. They be fucking up the stats, man. Whoever that is, leave a comment so I can see if the comments is working. 2 people, 1 like. Someone type something, a period, a semicolon, an asterisk. Are the comments fucked and not working again, man? YouTube's been having mad bugs lately. Do you know that? Like the bugs have been out of control. There we go. Robert Cole Bennett. Robert Briscoe Bennett. Any related to Jared Briscoe? Are you a wrestling fan? Shout out to you, though. Thank you for hitting that period. I know the comments are working this time. It's so frustrating. So often, I don't know if they're working or not. Because I got to do this like ghetto ass. Go into the app, pull up the live stream, tap into it that way. Nah, I feel you, bro. Well, Gerald Briscoe, the Briscoe brothers, they're like famous or legendary in the pro wrestling world. And I think some of the first Native American wrestlers to really make it big, if I'm not mistaken. Because you want to know something crazy? The Native American characters, other than Tatanka, he was really Native American, but like Chief Jay Strongbow, that's an Italian guy that they had playing Native American, man. But the Briscoes were native from Oklahoma. But hey, thank you for tapping in with me, man. How you doing on this day, though? Who else we got in here? Oh, it's just me and you, I think. Me, you, and this escalator. Pause. And some damn pads. You a baby chaser? Got your Glock 5G. Here you go. I got a live going. Thanks. You're welcome. Damn, 6 people in here. Let's see what's going on in the internet today, man. This is my first time. Oh, you all right? It's my first time being online, man. Let's see what's going on. Anything interesting? I got some fam out there. Where's that, broski? The goal, Oklahoma? My bad. Look at this. The goal of Grok and Grokipedia is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We will never be perfect, but we shall nonetheless strive towards that goal. Note the difference between Wikipedia's first paragraph on George Floyd compared to the first paragraph from Grokipedia. The nuance in detail on Grokipedia is far superior to Wikipedia and is clearly not pushing any ideologies, unlike Wikipedia. Corrections like this are critical to our AI future. Thank you, Elon. So this is some shit Elon started. Please don't tell me they done put some foul stuff in the George Floyd wiki, man, because I'm so sick of hearing people try to say that sack of shit, Chauvin, didn't kill him. That's the craziest shit I ever heard. And it's like, yes, that man did drugs or whatever, and maybe was even high right then, but we're not going to sit here in front like we didn't see him get body, man. And then too, if they're saying that it was something like that, why didn't the man give him some Narcan or something? You know what I mean? Fuck out of here with that. I hate that theory that people try to run with, that like, oh, he was ODing right at the same time that was happening to him. Fuck out of here, man. That was murder, and I'm glad that that dirty cop is rotting in prison. Let's see what Grokipedia is saying. Oh, they started out with his do you see that they started out with his criminal record instead of the fact that he was killed. On May, was arrested in Minneapolis after a store clerk reported that he had used a counterfeit $20 bill during the arrest, which involved resistance from Floyd, who's repeatedly stated he could not breathe. Even before being placed prone, Officer Derek Chauvin knelt on Floyd's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds while Floyd became unresponsive. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner ruled Floyd's death a homicide due to cardiopulmonary arrest, complicating law enforcement subdual restraint and neck compression, with contributing factors including severe hypertensive atherosclerotic cardio, I can't even say all that, fentanyl intox, and recent methamphetamine use. That's the thing that I try telling all these people that are tripping. It's like, just because someone is on drugs or uses drugs doesn't mean you can just snuff their life out. You know what I mean? I hate that. Like, I don't know. But apparently now Elon's got Grokipedia with this new Grok AI technology that he's trying to have go up against Wikipedia. So we'll see how that goes. I don't even want to read the, let's see what the, in recent methamphetamine use toxicology tests detected 11 whatever of fentanyl in his blood, a level associated with overdose fatalities in individuals without tolerance. So once again, you're saying the man had a tolerance, and if that was the case, why didn't he administer Narcan, right? Was convicted in 2021 of second-degree unintentional murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter, receiving a 22.5-year sentence. Floyd's death, widely disseminated by bystander video, precipitated extensive civil unrest across the United States and internationally, including riots causing billions in property damage, alongside debates over police use of force, the role of Floyd's health and substance use in his demise, and systemic issues in law enforcement interactions with suspects exhibiting non-compliant or intoxication. So whatever, the man wasn't a saint doesn't mean he wasn't killed by the police. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think? Drop it in the comments, y'all. Much love to you guys. Tap it, would be, view it, hit the like. I've been going through some dags lately, man. But I always love coming on here, chopping it up with the good people of the blogosphere. I'm afraid to even click on these responses and seeing what people are saying. Imagine asking who Donald Trump in the first line is a man who used to grab chicks by the pussy before talking about his presidency. Floyd isn't famous because of his criminal record, but because he was murdered. Wiki looks more clean, aside their emphasis on race. This guy says, haha, you're insane. It's definitely worse and is trying to push an agenda. The lead sentence is factual, but the lead should make it clear for the reader why this person, place, thing is an article in the first place. Floyd isn't known to the world because he had a criminal record. That's what I was saying. They started it off like that. Like, this is the guy that was, killed in front of the whole world by law enforcement. Let's shit on him and try and devalue him as a human. You know, like, shit's just crazy, man. And Elon's going through it too. Did y'all see his look, nothing on the Epstein files in Grokipedia, but Elon was the one saying his former best bud Trump won't release him because he's in him. Ain't that quite the pickle? Pause. Anyone still in here? Guys, say something. No, we got 5 likes now. Someone leave a period like my man Robert Bennett did in the beginning. Oh, we dropped down to 3. Let's see. At the end of the day, Charlie Kirk was a mediocre white man who dropped out of college that found fame in convincing other mediocre white men who dropped out of college that minorities and women were chosen for jobs over mediocre white men because of who they were and not because they were more qualified, worked harder, and or finished college. That's his legacy, and no amount of tears Phony social media videos posted by random people on the net will change that. That's wild, man. Let's see. The next one says, this is absurd. Floyd is known because he was killed by police. One might also say that Trump is an American man with a lengthy criminal record. That's a good point, right? But they don't lead it off with that, right? Greetings from North American. Whoa, hold on. Homosexual Society. We are very big fan of yours. Would like to fly you out to Vegas on the 26th and take part and create content for our gay week. Any interest? Nah, I'm straight on that. I'm straight on that. Get it straight both ways. Straight as in I want no parts, and I'm a straight man. You heard? The Grokpedia version is actually worse. If you talk about Floyd's past, also talk in detail about Chauvin's past, which includes at least 8 complaints on his arrest techniques and harassment. Otherwise, it looks like I'll play the murder. I agree. You a fool, bro. Yeah, bro. Yo, these trolls be wildin', man. But hey, it's the internet. You know what I mean? I ain't tripping. The person on the left was a criminal high on drugs who died while resisting arrest. The man charged with is white. The person on the right escaped war in Ukraine and died after being brutally stabbed to death while sitting on a train minding her business. It's both horrible things that happen. This is the thing that I hate that people do with shit like this, right? Why can't this just be both horrible things that happen? Why do we have to sit here and try and shit on one thing to make, do you know what I mean? Both people were murdered in a terrible way, and it's horrible. But, you know, there's no I guess it's boring sometimes to people just to say things that way. If you can't razzle dazzle it up and argue and get people, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a guy like, and I'm not mad. I just want to do voiceover and talk about music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more. I just want to remain a voice, right? Other people, they want to, and I'm not mad at other people. It's just not my bag. You know what I mean? Life's crazy though. You're their hero, our hero. Dude, this is all that's on Twitter now too. Since Elon was saying he wanted to buy Twitter and make it to where it's not political either way, right? Where like both sides can get their narratives out there and stuff like that. But it's like anything you go into on Twitter that has some kind of thing that can be put out there in a political way, there's a bunch of memes like this is like the top comments. Let me guess. The entry on Trump reads, Donald J. Trump was an American man with a lengthy criminal record, right? I'm gonna retweet these and see if I get any action on these. Is this really what makes George Floyd worthy of an encyclopedia article? Yeah, like that's wild that they gotta try to, hey, let's talk about that he had a criminal record. Okay, so that makes it okay for him to be just killed in front of the world like that? Like, come on, man. People are a trip. Elon's beefing though with his own kid right now. I don't know if y'all seen that. Elon had a son that transitioned into a daughter. And Elon was like, yo, I'm not with that. You gotta, like, while I can make the calls and you're a minor, I say no. And the kid did it anyways. And Elon's been going at it with the kid. The kid's been dissing him in the media. It's like a whole mess, man. Bills, it's our 66th birthday. How about that, man? We got a W back, yes, Sunday. People are trying to downplay that too. They love hating on my Buffalo Bills, man. Josh Allen. We definitely had 2 rough weeks, but we came out of the bye week hot, smacking Carolina upside the head with a big old dub. Pause. Elon Musk Grokpedia pushes far talking points. Doesn't surprise me one bit. Kids today won't believe it, but there was a time when Wired published the most fascinating tech deep dives you could find. WWE, where's the greatest superstar step onto the grandest stage? Las Vegas, Nevada. What? Do you guys see this shit? Herpes infected monkey is on the run after a truck crash in Mississippi. That's wild. I'm gonna have to throw that up, make a video off that. Let me screenshot that so I don't forget. Herpes is crazy, man. Y'all want to know something wild? I'm so lucky. Back in the day, in the circle of people that I knew, right? Like 50% of them had herpes. And everyone was smashing everyone, and there wasn't a lot of rubbers involved. But in the end, I wasn't smashing a lot of people like that. You know what I mean? I was always more a one woman man, you know? But it's just crazy, man. Like how much of the adult population in the US has herpes. Yo, I have a friend, no cap, that was born with herpes because his ma had herpes and gave birth to him with an outbreak. I shit you not. He was born with herpes in his eyes, nose, mouth, and he still gets that a couple times a year. It'll be all on the outside of his nose and shit. It's wild. I swear to God, my hand to God, that's the truth. Like, why would I come up on here lying about herpes in the face ass motherfuckers? But some people do that, man. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it all the way trill with you. Remember the code? Oh shit. Yo, that's sad, man. IRS, aka Mike Rotunda, IRS, and then when he went over to WCW and was VK Wall Street or Michael Wall Street, he's in hospice care. That's sad, man. Lex Luger's praying for him, and we're gonna pray for him too, man. Clark Gavin Newsom. What's this?
EBT. I found out they were on welfare system. I failed. Man, I'd be totally embarrassed if my kids were on EBT. If I found out they were on welfare system, I failed them. I failed them. It's that simple. If I found out they were on EBT, I fucking failed them. It's that simple. If your children are on EBT and they're not blind, crippled, or crazy, you failed them. By the way, my first job at the telephone company, I worked right next to a dude that was blind. This man was blind. He had a dog with him and a cane, the whole 9 yards. But he worked something called TSPS. In other words, you had to type in numbers. So he had a little braille going. So if a blind man could work.
Y'all ever seen that movie with Will Smith, 7 Pounds, where Woody Harrelson's character is blind and he calls him and fucks with him? That is a trip. That movie's a trip, man. Like, he don't want to live no more, but he wants to find people worthy of getting his organs. So he called him and made fun of him for being blind, all that. I think his name was Ezra. Like, and he gave him his eyes. That shit's a trip. Spoiler, I'm sorry, I spoiled it. But yo, I know a lot of people that worked, I've worked and got EBT numerous times. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can qualify for it and work, I'm doing it. Call me what you will. But not everyone on EBT just wants to sit back and collect EBT and do. That's the whole thing about the welfare thing too. I've never known anyone who like collected welfare and was rich. Like, a lot of people have this misconception, like if you get welfare, man, like you're living high off the hog, driving around in a caddy. That started from that whole shit back in the day where I forget who it was running for office was talking about the welfare queens. But what they didn't tell you about this woman that they were saying, look at this woman, she had all this money, she had a caddy and jewels and everything. But what they didn't tell you is she was a dope dealer. You know what I'm saying? Welfare wasn't giving her all that paper like that. She was flipping packs on the side, man. She was moving that yayo. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it at all. If a blind, I work right next to this man. In fact, he had ladies. He had girlfriends and shit. So if a blind man could work, you can work. Why don't you just make black people proud, too, if you're black? Shouldn't you make black people proud? What happened to pride? You know? We're already down. You already feel like the cards are stacked against you. Well, go ahead and fight, man. Fight. Don't lay down and help me, give me stuff, please. I can't do anything for myself. Fuck that shit. You can do whatever you want to do. And if I don't say nothing else to you, you can do whatever you want to do on this earth. Apply yourself. There's nothing stopping you.
I noticed like odd things. Anyone peep in the background behind him, those things hanging are like the wind is kicking up crazy where they're at.
You can do whatever you want to do on this earth. Black people, listen to me. You can do whatever you want to do. Forget about basketball. Forget about rap. Forget about singing. That's gifts. Whitney Houston, that's a gift. Michael Jackson's a gift. And then they nurtured it. But everybody can't be Nipsey Hussle, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Guys, broaden your horizon, open your mind, and look at all of the other opportunities that you have in America. This is America, man. Make it happen. All this welfare. Okay, you need a little help for a month or two, half a year to get on your feet. I still don't believe it, but whatever. What happens is people get this free money. You think that's gonna make them get up early in the morning and go look for work? Nah, I got a check coming. I can sleep until 10, I'm tired. Nah, when your ass is desperate, you get the fuck up. Desperation makes you go do what you gotta do on this earth. You're not desperate. It's raining outside. I ain't go, it's too hot outside. Nope, see, that's the problem. Get up, rain, sleet, or snow, and go make something happen for yourself every single day. Don't sleep past 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. What the fuck are you doing? Get your ass up, you're broke. You're on government assistance. Make it happen.
Man, there's this dude over by me weirding me out, y'all. Let's see though if we got any comments. If I missed any. Nah, seems that's about it. Nah, there's this dude over by me. Sorry, y'all. But listen, I'm going to close this out. Anyone, if you catch this on the playback, subscribe, tap in, comment. What do you think about what the OG was talking about there? And also the whole Wikipedia versus Wikipedia debate. Jump into the comments, discussions. Let's talk about it all. And subscribe, y'all. Anyone new, we talk about music, news, sports, all kinds of ish. Peace and blessings. I'm gone. Much love, man. Shout out to y'all for flocking with me. Have a great day.